but against principality. Number one, your own flesh. That's what you're wrestling against, is your sin nature. And then principalities, powers, rulers of the darkness that is in this world. So you've got your own flesh working against you, that the tempter, Satan, the devil, is working on against you. You can't win for losing if your problem is lust. You can't win for losing if your problem is you're weak to temptation. And a lot of people out there are, but a lot of people out there are not. So people that are not easily tempted like that don't understand people that are, just like people that are easily tempted don't understand people that are not easily tempted. And if you are the type of person you're not easily tempted, but your partner is, you've got a problem. What they say? They say, Houston, we've got a problem. Oh my gosh. And it's very difficult nowadays to find a compatible mate, because most of the time people are attracted to people that are the opposite, the exact opposite of them in character and almost in every aspect of the word. I don't know why. It's like an opposites attract thing. And then the person that is loyal, they get their feelings hurt. Or if they married the person, which I was talking about, the key to a successful marriage, they get their feelings hurt, and I understand that. They get more than their feelings hurt. They get devastated. People don't understand what they do to people when they commit adultery. If that person was loyal to you and really loved you, and a lot of times they don't care. Why? Because they don't feel it. They don't feel what you feel, my sister. They don't feel what you feel, my brother, until it's done to them. And then they can say, oh, well, now I know how my spouse feels. They can say, I guess it's not a good feeling. Because when I feel like that, when people are disloyal to people, the person that is disrespected, you feel like that person stole years of your life from you that you could have either been spending with another person or by yourself, building your life and stacking your money, focusing on your career, focusing on yourself. You ever notice how much better people look sometimes after they get separated from certain people, get divorced from certain people? Because it's back to themselves. They're back to themselves. They're back to the one that they started with in the beginning, themselves. Or in some people's cases, me, my God, and I. Because being with the wrong person can drag you down, especially in a marriage. It can cause premature aging. Yes. It can change a person's entire being, their entire persona, their spirit, their energy. And you should always want to protect your energy, but how can you protect your energy when you're in the house with somebody that is disrespecting you? I try to stay away from bad energy. And sometimes, yeah, I do find myself interacting with bad energies, but it just bounces off somehow. I guess Father has a protective shield around me. Because some people just got some disgusting energies out there, male and female alike. Just disgusting energies. It's like it's foul. Because those are the type of spirits that they have in them and the type of spirits that they entertain. You have to stay away from people like that. And I do. But so you can do it when you're single. But what about for people when they're married? And they're like, okay, I'm right in the house with this person. You can't go anywhere. You might leave, but you got to come home at night. You got to come home at night. You got to eat. A lot of you got to shower. And you got to have somewhere to sleep. It's like you can't get away from it. So you have to go to Father and let him work that thing out for you. Okay? Because once you have legally bound yourself to somebody, you're legally attached to somebody, spiritually and emotionally, and you have gotten accustomed to that person's energy, or being in that person's energy, and then to have that ripped apart, I would imagine that would be devastating for some people. And then some people may say, no, that's not devastating, honey, that's a blessing. But there's so many people out there, I know. You were happier when you were single, I believe. Because the key ingredients to a successful marriage is something that you didn't have. You may have had it, but your partner didn't share in your morals and your values. And that's very important, that whoever you get involved with, you're like-minded. If you are private, you need to marry somebody that's private. If you're loyal, you need to marry somebody that's loyal. If you are a ride or die, you need to marry a ride or die. Because if you marry somebody that is the opposite, it's not going to work. And I think that's why a lot of marriages don't work. Because people run off of attraction but they don't go to Father, and they don't let the Holy Spirit lead them and guide them and discern that person's spirit. And I understand sometimes you might can discern somebody's spirit and they seem to be okay, and then on down the road they change. So it's like you're just taking a chance anytime you involve yourself with somebody other than yourself. But I know what the key ingredients to a successful marriage are. I know that much. And that's keeping other people out of your business. That's keeping thoughts out of your bed. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I'm just going to pull it out there. I'm going to tell it like it is. I don't bite my tongue for nobody. Because now you just brought in another energy into something that is supposed to be sacred. You're bringing a horror into something that's supposed to be a marriage bed that is holy. I think the Bible used the term defile. You don't want to defile your marriage bed by bringing in a whore, male or female. Sex is something that is supposed to be sacred and private between two individuals that are under a marital contract in the eyes of the Lord. It is what it is. And in order to be successful in your marriage, you have to do it God's way. You have to pray together to stay together. And you have to talk things out. And don't keep secrets. Why would you want to keep a secret from somebody that's supposed to have your back? If you trust them to have your back, then you need to let them know what's going on. If there's somebody in the office or somebody, whatever type of occupations you have out there, that's after you, if there's a whore after you, my brother, you need to tell your wife. And you need to stand firm in that whore's face and tell her, look, I'm married. You need to go on about your business. And don't do it in no flirtatious way. Because she's going to take it as a mixed message. And the same thing for you sisters out there. You know, just flip the script, whatever your gender you are. There's a way to put people in their place so that they know that you're not playing with them and that they're not going to interfere with your marriage. Because you know what, at the end of the day, you know who really has your back, and that's your spouse. So what would you look like disrespecting your spouse for a 5-minute fling with a fox, a skank, a skeezer, a whore that's just going to climb into somebody else's bed after they've just defiled yours and climbed out of yours? Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I told you guys, you know, and I'm not targeting anybody out there, and I know all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, but there's something about cheating, like I said. I'm going to stand my ground on it. There's something about cheating that rubs me the wrong way. Nobody has to agree with me. I don't care. I've been this way all my life. Homie, don't play that. Never played it. And that's why I said, you know, if you're the type of person that you know that you wrestle in the area of forgiving stuff like that, you need to stay single. Because I personally, I don't see how people come back from that. And I'm not pointing the fingers at anybody out there, but my hat is off to any woman that can tolerate a serial cheater, or any man that can tolerate a serial cheater, or even a liar and a deceiver, because that's what a liar and a deceiver is a cheater. If you can tolerate somebody like that, I'm saying my hat is off to you, because you got a superpower that I ain't got. And I'm not laughing or making fun, y'all. I'm just saying, my God, how do you do it? I think a lot of people do it because they don't care anymore. Because sometimes people can cheat the love out your heart. Meaning they can cheat on you so much, you don't care. I was going to say, you didn't care if they dropped dead. But, you know, I'm not saying that or speaking that on nobody. I'm not speaking that on nobody. Be careful with my words. But I'm just saying, some people probably like, you know, they don't care what that person does as long as they pay the bills. See, that's a loveless marriage. And I'm not being joking about it, but I'm just saying. Or joking about it, rather. But I don't, you know, I'll just put it like this, y'all. Marriage is work. And it's very hard work. You have to have a prayer life with God. You have to be open and honest. Don't keep secrets. Don't cover for folk that may be trying, outside interferences that may be trying to come in between you and your spouse. Okay? You and your spouse are supposed to be tight. It's supposed to be partners and have each other's back. Have each other's back. It's supposed to be you and that